Hi, my name is Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. What you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. If you're looking for that flashy guy with a Lamborghini in the background trying to sell you something, you should probably go head over to a different channel. If you're looking for practical real estate investing advice and successful, how to be a success in life in general, you may want to listen to my thoughts. I originally had a different topic on that I was going to share my thoughts today. It was going to be originally on don't project your value system onto, your tenants or other people. And I'm going to make that video at some other time, but I started thinking about, I find it fascinating to, to learn about the thought processes of other people. And in particular, I used to be a participant in Stack Exchange, and there was a money forum there. And part of this business and part of being success in life is giving back. You need to share your knowledge. You need to help other people. But one of my mentors, Bob Proctor, said that 95% of the people in the world don't think. In fact, they would rather die than think. And it took me a long time to really catch on to what he's saying. He says 2% of the people think, 3% of the people think they think, and 95% of the people would rather die than think. And you really should really ponder that a little bit. We're not talking about, hey, I got to go get this today, or I got to pick up my kids. That's not thinking. Thinking is, analyzing, critical thinking. What what is, really thinking deeply about something and trying to figure it out and what it means and how it fits into the world and how it fits into your world. Anyways, the money on there is it's all about it's all about money, and it's from all over the world, and you know the moderators on there are pretty militant, um, stock market guys for the most part. And there's one guy named Joe Taxpayer, right? And this guy just cracks me up. I checked out his website, and he's one of those guys that invests in a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. And he put away 15 or 30% of his money for life, and he's retired well. And I'm like, what a buffoon. The guy's name is Joe Taxpayer. Who the hell wants to pay taxes, right? I mean, did he really think about, um, his avatar handle name? I mean, did he really think about, how to make money and really research it? No, he didn't. He was actually pretty lazy. And he took an old system that probably worked before 1971, and yeah, maybe he made it work for him, and maybe he leads a mediocre lifestyle. But who the hell wants to be mediocre, right? I want to be rich. I want to be like FU rich, where if I want to spend $4,000 a month on M&Ms, not a problem. The money's there, right? I don't want to have to sit there and, is it double coupon day at Walmart, and is Sam's Choice better than Pillsbury? Just no. And to get back to just his avatar name, you know, there are ways of not legally paying taxes. Donald Trump is probably up there. Real estate is the number one way to legally not pay taxes. You're not going to do it completely on real estate. My best year is 1.34% of my total income I paid in income tax, which I think is fantastic. There's investment income that's taxed differently, but real estate, for the most part, is probably the one sector you can combine that with maybe some oil and natural gas, prospecting, where you'll pay zero income tax. My goal in general, and I think your goal in general too, should be paying zero income tax. The biggest expense you're ever going to have in your entire life is taxes. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of taxes you pay, in every aspect of your life, from property tax to income tax to sales tax, and that income tax could also be state income tax. They tax the crap out of everything. You have a car tax, you have road tax, gas tax. Easily, I'd say most people pay 50% of the money in taxes. So I would post on there, and people would be like, "Where can I go and get a loan on the stack exchange for money? Where can I go and get a loan so I can make money?" And I'm like, "You don't need a loan, you know." And really what they're asking is they're asking an extremely ignorant question. They're like, I want to go get a loan at, the Fed loan rate of 0% or 0.5%, and then go out and put it into stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and get a 5 or 6% return. Well, banks don't loan out at the Fed loan rate; they loan out at their loan rate. And they're like, I'd mention, hey, go hit up your dentist, see if you can get a 10% loan, and the person would be like, well, I can't make any money doing investing, and I'm blown away by this. Yeah, I do it all the time. 10% loan. Listen, if I had unlimited access to 10% money, I mean, this would be, I mean, never have to worry about money again. But people get so fixated they think they know what's going on. And of course, this is at the height of the market, right? Um, where everybody wants to jump in, and usually that's when I move anything that I do have in paper assets. I'm moving over, into cash or into a stable value system, so that I'm not losing. When everybody else is starting to do something, that's when you need to get out of it. If everybody's flipping, you need to not be flipping. That's usually an indication, a leading indicator that that particular sector is going to be crashing. Anyways, I would mention, somebody be like, "Hey, I have 50,000. What would you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I'd go out. I'd find. Depends on your temperament. Personally, I'd go out. I'd find a 20, 25, $30,000 home, fix it up, rent it out for $1,000 a month. The other thing you can do is look at turnkey rentals and markets like Jacksonville, Tennessee, Tampa, just places like that. Maybe even Memphis. Might be able to get those for 50 to 75,000. And of course, you get jumped on by all these institutional guys. Oh, nobody wants to be a landlord. Oh, blah. Well, you know, okay, I can appreciate that some people don't want to be a landlord. Hey, I don't want to work, right? But I like to have money. And I think that you like to work, or you don't want to work either, but you like to have money as well. So we all have, this is all a trade. You're going to have to trade something to get something. You know, you're not going to, it's unlikely someone's going to come up and be like, you know what, I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. You're never going to have money. I guess if you're a really hot lady, somebody could do that. But, for the most part, us guys, it's not going to happen. And it just fascinates me. I've done the research, I've done the work. I can't find a better way of making money than and not and minimizing taxes. And it doesn't matter if it's a good times or it doesn't matter if it's bad times. The way I buy homes, they're going to be rented. They have to kick some people out. It's unfortunate when you have to do that, but I had this other guy at the gym. He's a young guy and ambitious, good-looking guy, and I told him, I'm like, you need to come do what I do. You need to take a look at it. He's like, oh, I'm all about oil and gas. Well, oil and gas is below 50, oil's below $50 a barrel. I'm paying $1.99 for a gallon of 87 octane gas, which is really, really good. So, people aren't really making money in oil. Yeah, it's great when it's up to $100 a barrel, but whether oil's at $100 a barrel or $50 a barrel, my rent roll is the same. You know, Gold can go up to $10,000 an ounce. It could be $500 an ounce. You know what? My rent roll is the same. Um, the way I rent properties and the type of properties I rent, $900,000. It doesn't matter. They're going to be rented. People are going to not want to be in an apartment, and they're going to pay. It's cheaper than an apartment right now to rent from me. So, you know, wanted to share these thoughts. Hope you go out there and you live the "you won't stop me" lifestyle, because I can tell you this: you will not stop me. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to join the 1%, and there's nothing you can do. Government can come and take it all away. I will get it all right back again. Nothing is going to stop me. I hope you go and live this lifestyle. Anyways, I wish you success.